Tesiron Pulse 3 gains immunity to death and restore 100% HP when taking fatal blow. This can be triggered 2 times per battle. This awakening is so important for him as he is squishy. He also restores 32% mana of the hero to his left when he casts skill. This is great, especially put Director N to his left or help one vital hero to his left to have enough mana if the hero gets Fanatic from Naya Realm. Let's go to see how Tesiron plus 3 can shine in a very tough fight. Tesiron plus 3. Defender is full red plus 5 hero with Mesenket, Haroth and Klimt. Klimt will cast skill every turn, which is very ideal for Tesiron counterattack, as every time Klimt casts skill, Tesiron will deal counterattack to all enemy with Gold Assault. The defender damage is so high, killed both Director N plus 5 and Francine plus 5. Meanwhile, Tesiron plus 3 trigger his first immunity to death. Haroth and Klimt cast skill trigger Tesiron plus 3 second death immunity, and also at the same time kill Jillian with his counterattack and Mesenket low HP, despite having thick shield. Mesenket casts skill, but Tesiron kill her with his counterattack of 28905 damage. Haroth cast skill killed Chernobelo, but Tesiron killed Klimt when Haroth cast skill. Two death immunity is very useful for Tesiron to win this type of clutch fight.
The circle of life and death is eternal.
No! Repaint the reality!
Tesiron plus 5, immune to unconscious and all effect render unable to cast skill. This effect is so valuable for him. 1. He can always counterattack without being controlled. 2. He immune to silence effect, which make him a good counter to green meta team of Bubble plus 5 and Raylan. He also deal 1000% damage that ignore shield when enemy cast skill. This mean when enemy cast skill, first, the enemy will get 1000% damage that ignore shield second. The enemy gets Gold Assault third. 30% chance the enemy unable to trigger death immunity fourth. After the enemy cast skill, get another counterattack damage that ignore shield for enemy who has Gold Assault. Let's go to see Tesiron plus 5 in both attack and defense. Green meta team consists of Bubble plus 5 and Raylan plus 5. Which Bubble plus 5 will silent enemies and Raylan plus 5 will deal heavy damage on silenced enemy when ally casts skill. Purple, despite having Director N plus 5 and Francine plus 5 who can remove unconscious and effect render from casting skill, mostly will be controlled by Bubble plus 5 and gets destroyed by Raylan plus 5. Tesiron plus 5 immune to silence will never get silence and extra damage from Raylan plus 5. Now observe Lirafael cast skill. When he casts skill, he first gets 68,909 damage. Then, after cast skill, he gets another 10,370 damage.
This circle
Raylan Play 5 is going to cast skill. Cherno and Bello get silence and they get a lot of damage from Raylan Plus 5 damage and even trigger their death immunity. Tesiron Plus 5, who has immunity to silence, is not affected by Raylan Plus 5 at all, and doing his counterattack nicely.
Let all things return to gold.
Here are six of silence and an eternal rest.
This circle of life and death
Repaint
is
reality. Here are six
money is no object.
When attacking Tesiron Plus 5, it is better to have damage share active to distribute the damage to all ally. It is also important not to cast skill blindly when attacking Tesiron Plus 5 or your team will die fast. This defense team has both Mesenket Plus 5 and Tesiron Plus 5. With the buff from Mesenket, which increase ally with shield critical chance 50% and critical damage 100%, this Tesiron can deal a lot of damage on top of his 40% defense penetration. Now look at attack team who just cast a skill just now and the HP left. It is wise to stop casting skill now and wait for enemy to cast skill instead at this turn. Attack team survive and attacker Tesiron Plus 5 deal a lot of damage on defender just from his counter-attack damage.
This circle of life and death. Let all things return to gold.
Attacker Tesiron deals a lot of damage on enemy and even kill Mesenket Plus 5. After Mesenket is gone, no more buff from Mesenket make defender Tesiron counter-attack damage less deadly.
Let all things return to gold. Storm will rise when the
If you are using Tesiron Plus 5 to attack, remember even you do not use his skill all the time. He has the potential to kill the whole team of enemy. So be patient when you are attacking Tesiron Plus 5.
This circle of life and death
Repaint reality.
is this circle of life and death is
Another showcase of Tesiron Plus 5 with Mesenket Plus 5. Defender is 1.37 million power, whereas attacker is 1.47 million power. Tesiron Plus 5, who is immune to unconscious, will not be affected by Naya's Fanatic, and can continue to deal his counterattack damage throughout the battle. Even you are much stronger than Tesiron Plus 5 team. If you cast skill blindly, your team will get destroyed by Tesiron Plus 5.
return to the origin of life. Grand things that value the
Strike of 1,000 tons!
in now is young.
Let all things return to gold!
Return to the origin of life.
A strike of 1,000 tons!
Grant all things that value the
A strike of 1,000 tons! Let all things return to gold! A strike of 1,000...
Tesiron is best to put in purple team to get his defense penetration up to 50%. Despite purple team now is not a great option to take down meta red team with Harath +5, Mesenket +5, Wymir +5, but Tesiron +5 still can bring a lot to the table for purple team. Tesiron +5 in purple team is very useful for 1. Thick shield team like Gunnulf Vincent combo, yellow thick shield team with Lorenzo and Apollo, red thick shield team with Harath and Ymir. Those teams' shield can be so thick even Grusha +5 have problem to get through. Tesiron +5 counterattack when enemy cast skill, and after cast skill both ignore shield solve the problem. Tesiron +5 is very useful too. Deal with silence heavy green meta team with Bubble +5 and Raylan +5. Purple team have problem with them, and usually the whole team will first get silence, then gets destroyed by Raylan +5 extra damage on silenced enemy. Tesiron +5 will not get silence and will not get extra damage from Raylan +5 and getting his counterattack damage done on green team when they cast skill. If you are attacking Tesiron +5, please bring damage share hero and remember not to spam your hero skill blindly. Recommendation: Tesiron +3 +5 middle power to high power players. If your main color is purple, it is very good to have Tesiron and try to get at least to +3 and aim for +5 either this time or next rerun. Tesiron +5 offer great thing to purple that is already beyond just his counterattack damage. But if you are lack of summon material, you can still wait for testing after this seasonal buff ends and decide during his future rerun.